Hey guys, this is Craig, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we call up here in North Idaho a healthy social. And so you've probably heard similar events like this that are like a healthy happy hour. You've probably heard of health and hope nights. Those types of events are more focused on how do I call it, program presentation. And whereas a healthy social is just that, it's where you connect together to build community with a basically an interest in health. And so I'm going to go through in this video a little bit about how we do these, how we've developed these. We've been doing these for about 6 years, and kind of what goes into it and what is the overall feel of what we're trying to accomplish. First off, is out of our four components, right? Healthy community is one of them. And so this one is one of the ways that we are able to really showcase healthy community as part of our full offering. And so kind of the order of events, and I'll go into some detail, but I'll give you just a quick order of events. We have been having these on Saturdays at 11 a.m. for coaches, and then 1 o'clock, the clients and guests and everybody else show up. We've tried it in the evenings, like Friday evening. We tried it different times, but right now it seems that Saturdays are working well. The last couple, we've invited kids to come, and in the summertime, when you tell the parents their kids can come, you have more adults that come too. And then you have some activities and things that the kids can participate in. But it's up to you. So ultimately, kind of the order of events, and this is just how we do it with running an event. Some of this stuff might be really obvious to you. A lot of these things were not obvious to me. And so, you greet your guests. So you have your coaches training, 11 o'clock. That can be a number of different things. But usually right around 12:30 or so, we finish the coaches training and we get ready to greet our guests. And so greet the guests. Obviously, we do name tags, which is really nice. And then we have them do a raffle registration. Now raffle registration is, they think it's for a raffle, but what our job is to collect those names. And so we can do follow up and we can track how many people came and stuff, things like that. So I created a QR code, and so there's a digital sign in essentially. We use a Google form, but we've done them for the longest time with just a piece of paper on a 3x5 card. The main keys of the things that you want to track are obviously what's their name, what's their phone number, what's an email address, is it their first time coming, and who invited them. You can ask more questions than that, but those are the basic ones. And then we have some kind of an icebreaker. So people are coming in, we'll give them we've done like a blackout bingo type of thing that has all these different, who's lost 50 pounds, who's kept their weight off for more than 2 years. And so you showcase on certain things that are health minded, and people will go around, they meet each other. The other thing that we do in the beginning is we have a body composition machine. You can do something just as simple as one of these Omrons type things. They're not super accurate, but it gives you some data and it gives you a talking point. I bought an in-body machine, and so we do a little more advanced body composition. But we want to do the body composition before our meal, so it's a little bit more accurate. Anyway, so we have people doing that. We assign one of the coaches to take that on. And then we do basically I think you can actually, speaking of the body composition, sometimes you have these fancy scales that do your body composition and your weight and all that setup. So if you have one of those, use that. And then we do a healthy meal. Most of the time we do a soft taco bar. So the high fiber tortilla shells, turkey meat, mozzarella cheese, Greek yogurt, tomatoes, and those kinds of things. And so we have everybody go through and do make their meal, and then we do the meal deconstruction. And so we say, well, why is this healthy? I'm sure it just tastes like normal food for you. And so we go through why mozzarella versus cheddar, why Greek yogurt versus sour cream, why turkey, ground turkey versus ground meat, and why are these tortilla shells high fiber, and what does that mean? And so you start kind of having this conversation, and it's a pretty simple meal. We happen to have a bunch of coaches, and so we do like a sign up, because we do these every month. So we have a sign up for the local coaches and people. We need meat, we need, cheese, we need this, we need that. So everybody kind of brings a little something, and it offsets the costs. And then we do some type of a healthy activity. Now, deconstructing the meal is a little bit of an activity. You can make that into a 15-minute presentation, or you can make that into a 5-minute presentation. It's up to you. But then we've come up with these different games. One of them is called the Glycemic Index Challenge. And you have note cards with fruit names, watermelon, cantaloupe, whatever. And then you put them in a pile of 5 or 6, and then you get groups of people together, and they have to list them from lowest to highest glycemic index. And then you give them 5 minutes to do it, and you check their work. And then basically it just gets everybody thinking about, what is glycemic index? What is blood sugar? What is, why is maintaining blood sugar so important? So it's a topic around that. And then I give them out this little, I printed off this was just from the Habits of Health. It's on a little 4x6 card. I ordered these at it's a photo print at Walgreens. You can always use a coupon, search for a coupon, you'll get it for half price. I've never paid full price for these. Anyway, so I handed them this. It says Healthy Social, and then it has a little bit about how to calculate your net carbs, a little formula like that. So this is a little giveaway that they can take with them after you've done the game, so they have more information on that. And then we have a transformation story, and usually the story is based upon who showed up, and because somebody's going to know different clients there. And hey, Bob, would you tell us a little bit about how you got into this? Kind of lead them through the story. They tell their story, great. And then we have, so these are our little Healthy Social, and this is connected to a Facebook event over here. And so we decide who's going to host the next month a month in advance. So I'm going to be hosting the next one in August. And so I printed these before our July party. And then I take a stack of these there, and everybody gets 2 of these. Every guest gets 2 of these to take home with them, 1 for themselves and 1 to give away. And so we talk all about bring somebody else, but only if you enjoyed your time and maybe learned something. And so they can count on doing these every month. We've been doing them the first Saturday of the month. We're going to switch this next one to the second Saturday and see how that goes. And then, so we talked about the next event, and then we do our raffle winner, and we give away some kind of healthy something or other. And then we let them socialize, and we're done. Usually it goes from 1 to 2:30. So about 90 minutes. Sometimes it'll be about 2 hours. Quite honestly, if you have kids and stuff and you have a game for the kids, you can one of the Healthy Socials we interviewed like an 8-year-old, a 12-year-old, and like a 16-year-old. And I just walked them through, what does healthy look like in your life? When you hear the world, when you think of, I want to be healthy, what does that mean to you? And just getting a perspective from a kid's point of view. So anyway, the number one way to get started is pick a date. Once you pick your date, your structural tension will fall into place, because your desired outcome is to do one of these. And then as soon as you set the date, then you start figuring out who you're going to invite. Then you print off your socials, your invitations. What all of my coaches that come to these events, they take 10 of these with them. And I tell them, give them away, don't throw them away. And sometimes I'll say, hey, $5 gets you 10 invitations. That way, if they pay a little bit, it helps offset the costs. But secondary is they're less likely to throw them away, and they'll give them away. But I give these away to people at the grocery store. I give them away to people at Costco, wherever I'm at. I just, hey, we do these once a month. It's a nice community gathering with people that want to basically feel better in the future than they did in the past. So you're invited, and you're welcome to bring a friend. And then I point them to this Facebook link. That's a Facebook event, so they can RSVP. So anyway, there's a lot of detail in there. So basically, to summarize it with you, you start off. One last thing is I go, there's those of you that aren't as healthy as you want to be, and you want to work on that. And I use that terminology. If you're not as healthy as you wish you were in some area of your life, this is the program that we offer, and this is how the testimony story is getting their success. And I go through the 4 components. You get a health coach. Who's a health coach? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay. Second is the habits of health. This is how we train you to solve these puzzles that are not being solved so that you can have more of the life you want. Third is community. This is one of the ways you can experience healthy community. And then we talk about fueling our body, and we do offer a lot of coaching around eating and around putting that together. And we even have some tools that really help you to do that simply. And that's about all I do as far as program formally, because the whole program is the community, is the socializing, is the story of transformation. It is going through the glycemic index, which is the learning and all the fun. And so we just make it this neat event, and we've grown over the years to get quite a few people that are coming and quite a few coaches that participate in this. So we also switch the location every month. So usually the host has the most people that come, and that's kind of a normal thing. So I hope this is beneficial, and we'll talk to you next time.